Make sure you like the video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. We're just going to briefly talk about this whole Melody and Martell court situation. Martell'Holt filed salacious claims in court against melodyshari. Love and Marriage Huntsville star melodyshari Rogers secures another victory in her long-standing custody battle with ex-husband Martell'Holt. As previously reported, Martell'Holt was ordered by the Alabama judge to receive psychological evaluation immediately, attending family counseling sessions with his kids, and pay melodyshari's attorney fees. Martell has until their next court hearing to comply with the order not to lose custody and visitation rights. Despite this order, it appears Martell is still woefully disobeying orders. Instead, he filed his motion disregarding the order and wanted the courts to hear allegations of misbehavior on Melody's part and to hold her in contempt of the court. According to Urban Bell, these documents were filed on September 26, 2024. Martell's claims include the following allegations. Melody allows the children to visit and stay with her mother, Vanessa Tracy, without giving him the first right of refusal. Melody won't give Martell's Vanessa's contact information. Claims Melody allowed their two oldest children to drive her motor vehicle. Melody uses corporal punishment on their youngest daughter. Claims Melody has a romantic relationship with her security personnel who is allegedly married. melodyshari gains another win against Martell'Holt in their ongoing custody battle. Melody and her legal team swiftly filed motions in response to Martell's allegations. According to court documents filed on October 1st, Melody requested that the court change their hearing from October 16th to December 2nd. This is because Martell's ongoing appeal hearing is scheduled for December 2nd. This prevents any action on Martell in the custody case. As previously reported, Martell was found guilty of domestic violence, harassing communications. She also filed a separate motion asking Martell's counterclaim to be thrown out of court. Melody and her attorneys claim Martell does not have the evidence to substantiate the claims he made in the counterclaim. While the judge has yet to rule on throwing out Martell's counterclaim, the judge did rule to move their court date until after the appeal hearing is granted. So basically, you guys, that's the rundown on that, because there has been a lot of, false information, put out there. So that about sums that up. Did y'all see the video with Shakena on Little Scrappy's show, where she got to talking about Tiny? Let's see what the people were saying about that. Oh, and basically she was saying that she only said certain things about the girl Sabrina because Tiny told her to. Tiny was complaining that Sabrina was harassing her and T.I. and their family. Y'all remember that whole thing where Sabrina was suing T.I. and Tiny and trying to get them thrown in jail. They never went to jail. It was a lot. And there were like other victims that had, it was kind of like the Diddy thing a little bit. It was always like a new victim coming out. And I'm going to say allegedly, I never have been in these people's bedrooms. So I don't know what's true, what's not true. But let's see what the people think about it. I could have sworn Tiny cut her off because of her mouth. Another person says, she gave you this platform. Sorry, without her, you wouldn't be known. I think Shakena popped off because of her personality. We all know a Shakena. We do. Another person says, I believe Shakena, you got to make sure your friends have the same energy you have for them towards you. And I guess Shakena was saying the girl Sabrina, tried to buy her name, and child, a mess. She was harassing her. She had to get a restraining order out on her. And she was just trying to stick up for Tiny. But it looked like, you gotta look at like how people discard you. Because if she just discarded you, Shakena, that means she was just using you for something. Maybe your hair services, you was doing her hair, Zonique hair, the OMG girl's hair. It looked like you were like used for something. And she probably felt like, oh, she ain't on my level. She talked too much. I heard T.I. was dogging her out. Whenever you see a friend letting their husband or boyfriend dog and disrespect you and they don't intervene, that means they are in on those type of conversations. It looked like Shakena is still hurt by, this friendship ending. I don't think Tiny is. I don't, because I always see Shakena like talking about it. And it's okay to be hurt if you feel like you went up for somebody and they never gave you that same energy back. Girl, trust nobody. Trust you to bury their loved ones. Because you can't bury this story. Let it go. Them people are not thinking about you. That's the lesson. Another person who cares, she's loud, talks too much, tells everyone's business, she's not a true friend. Another person, they have never been friends for real. It was a hairstylist-client relationship, because if they were friends, none of these conversations would be had. Another person says, I believe her. Yeah, she's loud, and yeah, she talked too much, but I believe her. I believe her too. I do. And she was saying that, it was Tiny telling her, well, say this and say that, come out and defend me. And, I think some of both, though, because, she kind of is messy and she loud and like to be heard, honey. A lot of this stuff is true all the way around. You use Tiny to get access to celebrity friends of hers. I remember your comment about her when you used to do her hair. You mentioned your little celebrity friends are something else. Now you got in with people who appear on reality shows and you're trying to act brand new. You use Tiny. I don't think that she used Tiny. Especially if she was doing services for free. That's not using somebody. I definitely remember this, somebody else says, when it happened. Tiny never spoke up, and Shakena was into it with damn near everybody behind her friend's trauma. It wasn't even her own. Tiny never said a word, even seeing this girl go live arguing and crying about her. Don't have to like Shakena to know she ain't lying, and this has been years ago. True that. Okay, and what is little Scrappy doing with a damn podcast? He a narcissist too, honey. Be having the girls arguing over him. Erica, Bambi. He'll get with one and trash the other, and then bring his meddling ass mammy into it. Okay, just a whole fool of a mess. Shekhinah, God brings people in our lives for set times and reasons. Once reasons have been served, He removes them. So thank you, Lord, and move on. Don't speak on it anymore. I've observed Shekhinah's behavior, and it's clear she's messy, another person says. Blaming Tiny for everything won't change how others perceive her. Another person says, T.I. never liked Shekhinah. I believe that played a part of the relationship they had. She picked her husband over you. Sometimes a man hates single female friends their wife has. T.I. just wants Tiny all to himself. I like T.I.'s music, but he gives me toxic narcissist. That's what he gives me. It looked like a one-sided relationship. She's codependent. Didn't they break up, damn near get a divorce? And he ran his ass right back to her because he know ain't nobody gonna put up with his shit besides Tiny. That's what these niggas be doing. It ain't so much they love the woman that they've been with all these years. It's just, yeah, ain't nobody else go put up with me. Why does somebody have to put up with you? Okay, you should be easy to deal with. Okay, yes, people have ups and downs, but you should be respectful and easy to deal with. But no, people be wanting you to, put up with their toxic behavior. They want you to, take part of this this pet project that they call a life, honey. Okay, niggas be wanting you to take on projects, and I say each and every time, don't do it. I don't care how much money it is. Y'all know he was paying all them bills. Okay, and they will pay all the bills to control you. Always have your own. That's why you had Tiny trying to have her own after a while. But yeah, they feel they can control you if they pay for everything. That's another thing. And then they'll love bomb you with all the gifts. Another person says the judgment in this forum. So because she is loud, she doesn't have the right to her truth. Just shut up and be quiet. Our very own people are something else. Yep, they are. Some of you all are sad. She is just trying to tell you what happened. Y'all still putting the girl down. I didn't trust Tiny anyway with that fake booty. Not the fake booty. Oh, another person calls out T.I. T.I. was jealous of their show. Yeah, they had their own little show. That's how Ish went left. Then Ish went left with her and Toya's show because T.I. was controlling again on there. I remember that. His ass was about to report to prison. He was telling her to get her ass home and she can't hang out with her friends. Shakena knew what was going on. That's why she backed up T.I. and Tiny and started that BS and tried to accuse that girl. Another person says, I don't like Tiny. She looks like a jealous person, jealous of other people. She's not happy in her relationship with T.I. She should have left him a long time ago. He will be her downfall if he hasn't been already. T.I. broke their relationship up when he was about to get sentenced. Tiny kept partying a lot and he was blaming Shakena, saying she's not married, stop listening and following her. Every time she came over, he would roll his eyes, but I do believe Shakena was the one that let the world know that the kids don't live with them. They just filmed there for that T.I. and Tiny show, which got canceled due to, all those accusations about them having all these people up in their bedroom. Hopefully they have learned from that, honey. Okay? All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about that. I will check you guys out in the next video.